However, would that mean the brute force of adding connections to the neural net increase its effective thinking so that it surpasses us with no problem?
So then it would have more experience and more network connections.
It has more experience automatically, but now it has
100 trillion connections.
So you're talking about scale here.
Yeah, I'm saying scale. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a very good question. And what happened for several years, quite a few years, is that every time they made the neural net bigger and gave it more data, it got better. It scaled.
Makes sense.
And it got better in a very predictable way. So that you could figure out, it's going to cost me $100 million to make it this much bigger and give it this much more data. Is it worth it? And you could predict ahead of time, yes, it's going to get this much better. It's worth it. It's an open question whether that's petering out now. There's some neural nets for which it won't peter out, where as you make them bigger and give them more data, they'll just keep getting better and better. And they're neural nets where they can generate their own data. I don't know that much physics, but I think it's like a plutonium reactor, which generates its own fuel. So if you think about something like AlphaGo that plays Go, initially it was trained, the early versions of Go playing programs with neural nets were trained to mimic the moves of experts. And if you do that, you're never going to get that much better than the experts. And you run out of data from experts. But later on, they made it play against itself.
Ooh.
And when it played against itself, its neural nets could just keep on getting better because they could generate more and more data about what was a good move.
So
and play a zillion games a second against
exactly.
itself. Whatever,
and use up a large fraction of Google's computers playing games against itself.